This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome Segan Lane, Spear Bait and Tackle, and on my right is Mr. Sam Barbera.
Hi.
The guest host. This is the second time. It's gonna be
That's
more.
right.
I think
Standing
there'll
in
be
for
more
Don.
there.
What a humbling experience. Man, we got
Look,
a big show today.
You got a great project this week. Tell
That's
us
right.
about who
Wham
you got.
Brake project. It's an impoundment north of Monroe, Louisiana. Ken Reback from Wildlife and Fisheries is going to come and give us all the information on it. It's a project that Ducks Unlimited supported, Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation supported, many other sponsors and partners got together and put this project together.
This is a tremendous project, and I've been knowing about it, and Robert Vaughn was there. He always talked about this little place over there. It's going to be a duck hunting paradise, and since it is going to be a duck hunting paradise, you need to get a big shout out Ducks Unlimited.
No doubt.
Because all the engineering and everything came from Ducks Unlimited. We hear many times, about Ducks Unlimited, they shortstop ducks. As long as I've been fooling with this business, in 15 years, I've checked and looked and seen everything around. I'll find nothing that Ducks Unlimited, Delta Waterfowl, anybody does that hurts anybody in Louisiana. All it does is help. Thank you. If you want to join our organization, that's some of the best.
It was a great project. Actually, Robert Barham started it as secretary, and Jack Monasse finished it up, and they were both at the ceremony, at the Ducks Unlimited ceremony.
And thank you again.
Yes,
you
sir.
got some footage for us.
Yes, sir.
Well, we had the Tito Vodka Redfish series. It got moved from Delacroix to what we call now the Hopedale Marina. Mr. Pat Turner took it over and helped it. We had Benny Sanchez, I can't say enough about it. He was sweating the whole time. I seen beads of sweat when he was working, and he had all his crew. 111 boats, 112. Well, one guy come in, the Wilson brothers, they came in late. The Wilsons, by the way, let's talk about the Redfish circuit. Sam, you was big in the Louisiana Saltwater Series, and that was a big deal.
I was tournament director for
tournament
3
director.
years.
That's
right.
what I'm saying, for a few years.
Right. And this is pretty
you
much
knew what to work.
Yeah.
You knew what to work took.
Sure. Oh, absolutely. And Tito's is pretty much comprised of a lot of guys that used to fish LASS. It's a good people. It's like a big bass club. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody gets along and has a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, you do have a little redfish competition and people carrying
They're bringing
home
them
some
from
big
all
money.
over, Alabama,
Right.
Mississippi, South
That's right.
Carolina. I met a bunch of them there. And $10,000 ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No, not at all.
So they're doing a great job, and you got it started. And I heard many of them praise y'all the other day, but telling you what, they took the ball and they're running with it.
Sure.
So it's a big deal. What else? I think I was there, and we got a lot of news to cover up. The junior, the Bassmasters, was up in Paris, Tennessee. We got the juniors, the young ones, they're not in high school. We got 2 local guys that we're going to talk about that we did good. Jordan Sylvester and Jacob Touye come in 3rd, which is good. But if I look at some of the totals, our high school guys are so used to winning, either 1st or 2nd or 1st and a 2nd. They didn't place as high, but you would look at some of these weights. We'll talk to y'all about that later. So got an extensive saltwater report, even got some freshwater reports on Sac-A-Lait, got some warnings in freshwater. So stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
You watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back to Superior Bait and Tackle here on Segan Lane. These guys, you see them on side of me right now, I watched them for 2 days. I have never in my life, and I cover a lot of tournaments, to see as few people run a tournament as well as they did in those few days. You know, it started out in a bad note because we had hurricane, well, I guess it could have been a hurricane.
Might as well have been.
We had a tropical storm, Cindy, that blew so much trash and high water in Delacroix at Sweetwater that they couldn't do it there. It was just too hard. And you actually fished it. Now, how did you do?
We did pretty good, despite the weather and everything. The water was high. We got there, the water started falling, and the areas that we went and had beautiful water. However, we only caught a total of 3 fish, 8.99 pounds on my team. So we tried actually going for smallest fish, but some of these guys, they brought in a lot of weight, some of these teams. We wanted to thank all the anglers and the volunteers and whatnot, and you know, this is the Redfish series sponsored by Tito's Vodka and also the K2 Coolers Team of the Year. So they've picked up a good thing because they're going to give the Team of the Year extra prize winning. And we also have a lot of other sponsors like Power Pole. They actually gave away a power pole at each event. And what that tied into was the Wish to Fish. So this foundation is getting 100% of the proceeds from our raffle.
Tell us who the winners are. That's all we need to know right now. We're getting them guys to glory.
So Shane Pesquet and Rami Cordor were the first place winners. They were at 25.89 pounds with 3 redfish. And they won $10,000, and that's what's great about this tournament. All the sponsors get together, and guaranteed first place at each event is $10,000. And the other payouts are factored how they do it normally. But Kevin Harvey and his partner Trehan, they came in second place, and believe it or not, it was only a half a pound between first and second place.
Yeah, and I see that third place you got there, Mac McElroy and Mr. Treadway.
Yes, sir.
Brandon Treadway. Brandon reminded me of my nephew Brandon. The night of the party, he took me all around and told me who I should have talked to, who the winner's gonna be, and he didn't brag on himself. So I want to congratulate to them top 3 and the rest of the 10. So let's go back and look at some of the video I took the night before and at the rodeo, and thank you again for all you did for us. Paradise, Louisiana. This is Tito Redfish Series.
Guys, my name is Benny Sanchez with the Tito's Handmade Vodka Redfish Series. Excited to be here, guys. This is our summer tournament. We've st teams from all over the Southeast, from North Carolina to Texas and everywhere in between. And we're here at beautiful Dockville Farm. It's just amazing. St. Bernard Parish, thank y'all so much for having us. We're just excited to be here. Hope Del Marina, round number 2. This is our inaugural year, and we're excited to be here. Thank y'all so much for watching and supporting us.
My name is Brandon Treadaway. I'm from Kenner, Louisiana, and we're fishing the Tito's Redfish Series tomorrow.
Mac McElroy, St. Rose, Louisiana, fishing the Tito's Series.
I'm Chris Richard. I live in New Orleans, and I own Crescent City School of Gambling and Bartending. Welcome.
practice, we have our captain's meeting. We tell everybody what the rules are, what we got to catch tomorrow, where we can go, all that mess, what time takeoff is. But we got to make sure everybody's fed. So we get these Traeger grills all lined up. They send them down here from Utah for us, most of them brand new. We get them fired up with the wood pellets right here. Get those wood pellets in there. We get some chickens. Tito's is nice enough to supply us with some chickens and some sausage. Griffin had some homemade pork sausage he brought to us. So we put the chickens on here. Basically a whole chicken, if you smoke it on your smoker at home, a real wood smoker, you're looking at 6 to 7 hours. This is all real wood. All the heat is from a wood fire. It's not an electric fire, it's not a propane fire, it's not a gas fire. You can smoke a whole chicken on this Traeger, 425 degrees, 70 minutes. When it's 165 at the joint, it is done and you won't have a better chicken.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Edwards, and you're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at O'Lynn's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. O'Lynn's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Tito series here in Hopedale, Louisiana. I've got one of our favorite people back, guys, Gary Wilson. He came all the way in from Indonesia. He's been on a flight for 2 days, and he's been fishing for 9 years, but it's been crazy that he hasn't been able to fish redfish here. It's been eating him up. So here he is. He just got off the plane this morning in New Orleans. Was in San Francisco last night. He's been, where were your stops before?
We went from Pekanbaru, Indonesia, Singapore to San Fran to Houston to New Orleans. Landed at 6 in the morning. Literally, my brother was doing the loop in the airport to pick me up. So
with the boat in tow.
With the boat in tow. I had to come support a good buddy of mine, Benny, come down here for the Tito's Redfish Series.
Hey guys, we're not going to keep you any longer, Gary. Good luck to you and Gus today, Team Big Fist Mullet. Yep. I wouldn't be surprised if y'all finish the money. So thankful y'all here, so excited you're here. Y'all go have fun, and again, thanks for showing up, guys.
Thanks a lot, Benny. Appreciate everything you do.
Yeah, thank you, bud.
All right, man.
Good luck.
See y'all later, guys.
Tournaments you got, let me tell you what they have. They all have a 1 day of fishing, but there's 2 days they eat. With the captain's meeting and here, and today this jambalaya is unbelievable. Cody McGraw from Pride, Louisiana. Cody, you're cooking for Island Marina, one of our partners. Very good. How long you been doing this? You're a young man.
I've been cooking for, I don't know, probably about 10 years.
Keep it up. Keep inviting. Stay tuned for more. Paradise, Louisiana. We at Hopedale. We're supposed to be in Sweetwater, but now we're in Hopedale. Hopedale, Louisiana.
So festive.
Yeah. No doubt it's alive.
Especially when it's not crazy, actually.
One under 28. I need a team member. Oh.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
As members of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome back to the Flambeau Outdoor News Report. Sam, look, I'm going to let you have it. You got a lot of things going on in news right now, especially with the Louisiana Wildlife Federation.
Oh, wow. Foundation.
Foundation.
Right. I guess that is news. I now work for the Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit that provides support and raises funds for the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries. So,
and other projects.
And other projects, sure. Right. Whooping crane, bald eagle, family, kids and women's workshops, you name
like
it.
the DU
right.
project.
For all the information, you can go to lawff.org and see all the projects that we do and get in touch with me through the website.
Sure enough. And watch Paradise, Louisiana.
That's right.
Because you're going to see a lot more of them. We go to sponsored banquets and we go to a lot of their functions too because they do a great job.
Thank you.
Other news we got is our license. We reminded everybody to get your license. Also, your offshore permit. You probably didn't think you had to. You said because snapper season was going to be so short.
That's right.
You won't need it, but it also covers other things, and it don't cost you nothing. And
nothing.
Tell them how to get it.
Well, you just go to Louisiana Wildlife and Fisheries website and look for ROLP, which stands for the Recreational Offshore Landing Permit. It's free. You register for it, you print it, or you register and you print the certificate and you carry it with you. And in the future, you may be contacted to talk about your catch, which is how the Department of Wildlife and Fisheries gets all the fisheries data and catch data.
The scientific
called the
data
Creel
and
program.
everything else.
Right.
That's right. And it helps you when we send it to the federal government because even sometimes, even with all that, it don't do any good. So we have to play politics sometimes. So stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Sam Barbera, and to my left is Kenny Reback. He is the Chief of Wildlife over at Wildlife and Fisheries. Last Tuesday, we took a trip way up north. I'm talking about north of Monroe, which is just south of Arkansas.
They call it God's country.
God's country, that's right. To christen and dedicate the Wham Brake structure. Can you tell us a little bit about Wham Brake? I don't know if a lot of people in South Louisiana have probably heard about it, but tell us what it is and what it's all about.
Wham Brake is a great waterfowl resource up in northeast Louisiana, Sam. It's open for public recreation during waterfowl season. What we were dedicating was a large structure that we had to build in order to maintain and contain the water in that break. That property was donated to us in 2013 by International Paper. A great piece of property for waterfowl recreation up in northeast Louisiana, and now that it's part of LDWF's ownership, it's available for the general public of this state.
And you told me a little earlier that it was just shy of 5,000 acres, 4,900 acres?
That's right. And what this structure did that we were dedicating is it allows us now to manipulate the water levels in that break for managing morsel vegetation, which is the food source for the waterfowl that come to that in the winter.
Right.
So it's going to allow us great management ability of that whole. Basically right now, that structure is going to manage about 3,500 acres of the 4,900 acres. We have another project in line that's going to manage that other part, which is on the very north end. But this structure, it's a tremendous structure, allowing us to manipulate water, to manage the morsel plants, and it's really going to help us improve the waterfowl capacity, the waterfowl resources there for the waterfowl hunters in the winter.
And I also understand that you can fish in there, but they don't recommend that you eat your catch.
That's
your
right.
Catch and release.
That break, it was utilized by International Paper as a settling pond for their paper mill up there. So there were some toxins in there. We've had the water tested and had the animals tested that come out of that, and there is a warning about eating so much fish. You can have, I think it's 1 or 2 servings a month of fish, but we're not managing Wham Brake for fishing. We're managing it for waterfowl. Gotcha. It's not going to have water in it full time, except for about a 300-acre pool out in the center. But it's not being managed for fish. There's a lot of stumpage in the water, especially when we have it flooded for waterfowl hunting. The hunters have to be careful about going out there. Most of our hunters use pirogues or light flat-bottom boats to access it because of all the underwater logs and stumps out in that break. Fishing is not what we have it managed for. Bussy Brake is another property that IP donated up there just north of that impoundment, and that's one that we've been renovating for fisheries. That
Gotcha.
one will hopefully be coming on in line for fishing activity in another year or two.
Right, very good. Kenny, thanks for coming by. You know, one thing I didn't mean to skip over, but I think we did, was that there's so many wonderful partners, very generous partners that contributed to this project. The Wildlife and Fisheries Foundation was one of them. I know DU was huge in the deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, DU was our partner that really helped us get this project built. Because of DU's ability to step in with their engineering, we were able to do a cooperative endeavor agreement with them, and they basically did the contracting out of the building of the structure for us, which is tremendous in these days of having to deal with state bureaucracy and
Sure.
trying to get any type of facility built.
Absolutely.
So DU, great partner. We continue to work with DU across the state on many of our wildlife management areas and look forward to future works with them.
They hosted the dedication.
That's
hey, more
right.
from Wham Brake coming up right now.
So we're here today to talk about Wham Brake, and there's a little bit of history here. Under a previous administration, this property was donated to the state, and the state approached Ducks Unlimited about doing hydrologic restoration on this to make it a better waterfowl area. That hits us right in the sweet spot. It's a great thing to be able to do that.
Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien? I'm not going to do the rest in French because we'd be in trouble, especially in North Louisiana.
Exactly.
What an awesome day today to come together to celebrate and show the rest of the country how a group of individuals coming together, a group of organizations can do some great things if they all stick together. And I think today is a good example of what can be done when those partnerships come together and accomplish what's been done here today.
We really were founded for the purpose of providing support to the department for projects, programs, and this is just a prime example of how we can leverage the knowledge that we raise from public and private industry to put back into good use for the general public to use. When this was brought to us, Secretary Barham and Jimmy Anthony were excited about this project, and I said, that's kind of in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? What are you going to do up there? And the more we looked at it, the more excited the foundation board got about it. We have several board members from up in this part of the world who said, oh yeah, we've been there, we hunted there, and it's a good place that will provide, if you get it fixed up, it'll provide recreation and opportunity for years to come.
In Paradise, Louisiana.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana, and the H&H Tournament and Rodeo Report. Sam, you know, the main thing, we had some tournaments, we didn't get all the results in from right now. You got the Tito's, which was another big one. They had the Creole Classic at Bridgeside this weekend. Right. Nobody's good. We had some people there, but they haven't sent us a report. They'll be taping on Monday.
Okay.
Got a lot of reports in for the national championships that was up in Tennessee at Kentucky Lake. We had some local kids that did good, and we're gonna go over that with you. But we also got some big tournaments coming up. I want to mention first, number one and foremost is one of the oldest, is the Golden Medal Fouchon International Tarpon Rodeo.
And that's headquarters at Moran's.
Well, this year we July 6th to the 8th. We're looking forward to it. We have our kayak division, we have a spearfish division, children's division, and we have a hook and line division. The big thing this year, we actually added red snapper, so the state season's going to be open, as well as the with charter captains, you'll be able to go into federal waters and catch red snapper.
Yeah, that'll work.
Right, catching red snapper here for Media Day for the Golden Medal Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo, July 6th through the 8th. It's going to be a great time. Even if you don't come out to fish, come out under the air-conditioned tent, have a great time. We're going to have a live band Friday night, Cluster Funk. On Saturday afternoon, we're going to have acoustics by Russ Jeremy. On Friday, we have our King of the Catch cook-off. A bunch of local cooks from the area come and cook their best seafood dishes, and the public gets to come out and try them and judge on a People's Choice Award. Tickets can be purchased online at FouchonTarponRodeo.com, as well as most of the local marinas in Golden Meadow, Leeville, Fouchon, and Grand Isle. Invite you to come on down to Moran's Marina on July 6th through the 8th. Come have a great time at the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo.
Another one coming up is this real popular in the southwest of New Iberia, 64th Annual International Rodeo, and that's going to be in the marina at Sycamore Point, so we see more of that. We had a Sac-A-Lait tournament, freshwater. All right, and it was held out of the Bell River, Lake Barrett area, and I must remind everybody now, some of these landings are opening, but it's a no-wake zone anywhere you go.
Because of the high water, right.
The high water is terrible. It's all up in the landing. I got a report from Larry Drawron. He opened his landing, you know, right behind the store, but no wake zone. To be careful, but there's Sac-A-Lait being caught. And this tournament right here, the freshwater Sac-A-Lait tournament, Steve Fontana and Vince Russo come in first. They're right at 10 pounds of 6, 7 Sac-A-Lait. It's just unbelievable. He sent some pictures. I don't know who second place was, but they're in the picture. This third place was Leonard Klein-Peter and David Pizzolata.
I know both of those guys.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Some of the best Sac-A-Lait fishermen in the
they
world,
are.
especially Leonard
And
Klein-Peter.
they teamed up together? Wow.
Yeah, they always try to get
Dream
information
team there,
out
man.
of them. They got, they got Bill Drago and some of those guys, old Sac-A-Lait fishermen. You know, a lot of people don't remember them, but they still fishing. Rusty Capo and his boy and them. They're people fishing those Sac-A-Lait. My cameraman, Troy Klein-Peter, he's another one been catching Sac-A-Lait. They tell me about it 2 weeks after it's over, but Steve Fontana's promised me I'm gonna go do a show down in the south. Maybe the landings be open. I'll come back and tell y'all, but I won't tell you exactly where he's taking it.
That's a very difficult fish to catch consistently. You know, it's not nearly as easy as.
You ain't gonna never catch me. You just keep standing in punch train there. You never do it. All right, now the big thing. Thanks to Jim Bro and his wife Cindy. Here's a report that came from the Bass Junior Bassmasters Championship in Carroll County, 100-acre reservoir in Paris, Tennessee. It was for the juniors only now. Jordan Sylvester and Jacob Touye. They gave it all they had, but their second day catch of 5 small bass left them in 3rd place in last week's tournament. So, but they still come in. They led it at one time. Now, my question is, I was waiting on it, waiting for the other shoe to fall. How did our high school boys do? They've been coming in 1st, 2nd, 3rd. They've been placing all the national tournaments. So there's a list of all these fishermen. Now, if you can see, I'm gonna look at look how many.
Oh my
How many boats they had, and from all over the country. Now, I should have announced the winners. They didn't come from Louisiana.
Keep
so
going
I'm doing
up. Let's see
no,
how many
well, that's it. That's all of them.
That's
right
100
now.
and...
Yeah, that's just it. But this is all the Louisiana people. I can't name them all, but I'm gonna name the top few.
Go that way. 225 teams.
That's right. That's from all over the country.
That's a big tournament.
Very. And now, here we go. I mean, the boys, the Louisiana boys, starting at the bottom, we had Dawson Andrews and Wyatt Ensminger. They were from Central. 194, by the way, they were state champion. Carter Pouchot and Zach Nican from Assumption. They were way down the list right now, but we're still proud of them. Logan Guy, Micah Hubbard from Central, Brett Ray, Casey Anderson, Cade Fortenberry and them, all these national champions.
Sure.
And Cade and Brendan Edmond, Hayden Protho and Hunter Protho, the Ian Madair and Jordan Davenport from East Baton Rouge, Jason McMillan, Hunter Kogel, Grant Burke. And look, by the way, they still ain't gotten the top hunters yet, but then they got big weights too. These boys from Terrell's Catholic, Louisiana, that's 5 fish. They got 19 pounds of fish.
Jeez.
In 2 days. So, I mean, it wasn't no bad one.
And these
but
are high
the winning.
schoolers, right?
These are high schoolers. Hagen Cooley and George DeHoven from DeRitta. Here we go. Anna Coco, there's Colmore and Lakin Moore. Look at them too. There's another one, the 25-pound stringer. So let me see if I got any more. That was the highest rated one, the 62th place. Let me see here. Justin Watts, who was one of the national champions, and Alec Heights from Livingston Pass Bassmasters. What number is that, Sam? Let's see, that's 46.
46.
Christopher Capdall and Dylan Wilson, Grayson Benoit, and Zane Gunner, Hunter Martin, Justin Jacob. I'm trying to read them all. The top winners was Tommy Floyd Jr. and James Gilmore, South Florence High School. Sam, congratulations on those young bass anglers. That was a long trip.
Very impressive.
Don't know what the conditions were or nothing, but see what we do. Let's go to a commercial right now.
We'll be right back after these messages from our partners. Got it.
Oh, that's a chunker. All right, guys. We don't only tag saltwater fish with the matrix tags. We're gonna tag this big bass that we just caught. This is tag number 0005. Put in our little fish tagger here. And again, if you recapture this bass, you're gonna win a really nice prize from Matrix Shad. This is gonna be the biggest bass we have to date swimming around. We're fishing right off the Sheffman Tour area. Let's get him out here. And this is a pretty good one. Solid 3 to 4 pound chunker there. Gonna get him right up underneath that dorsal. Pop him in, twist it. There we go, matrixshad.com. You catch a matrixshad.com tag, you get in touch with us, and we will send you a package. Let's let him go. See you later, little buddy. All right, guys, what we're doing today as we're fishing a lot of shorelines. We got nothing but clouds. As you know, we usually like to sight fish redfish like this, but we're socked in with clouds. So we're throwing top water. And then when we get to where a bayou hits the shoreline, if we peek into the bayou and stick our nose or the boat in there and find there's a few fish, we're switching over to the matrix shad and jigging the bayou and catching a few more. And we're fishing in a marsh off the chef, and it's one of them things where we don't know if we're gonna get a bass, trout, or redfish. So a lot of bites, a lot of fun. We're staying after it. Of course, top water's more enjoyable. This is the Bayou Bengal. Got an orange belly. We're seeing a few shrimp skip off the water, which shrimp are naturally relatively orange, so we're going to the orange belly. That's what the fish are seeing, that's what they're reacting to. See if we can get some more. Matrix mullet catching everything from big reds to little bass.
Sight casting redfish in the Louisiana marsh is this exciting. To make it even more exciting, the Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka, will add $10,000 to the first place team of each of this year's events, plus a $20,000 payoff to the grand champion. It all starts in April, so register your team now and come out to see the most exciting tournament series Louisiana has to offer. The Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka.
That tango that you do? No, and they have to do a reverse honeycomb.
Huh?
You gonna get that fish in or what?
Or even drag. You want your little,
That's a snapper.
Is it? So, that's a nice snapper. Good fish. Well, you got the biggest fish, so we're going to throw one back.
That's a starfish right there. Won the rodeo just now. I like to pull it out the rod holder. I noticed it didn't come up easy. Try something different.
Oh, baby.
It's a young man's game right there. I used to enjoy the hell out of it.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
I love going once or twice a year.
Wahoo, wahoo, wahoo!
Yeah.
Good. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one, dude. Hey, green and blue. We can put a dive out too next time. Gotta get an unhook and unhook him. He's unhooked. No, I see a hook in his mouth unless he broke you off. You actually did him, huh? Yes. Take a picture of the ice box with that in it? Yeah. Only the second one we ever throw it. Big stop.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. I'm Sam Barbera. This is Gary Risponi, and coming up next is what everybody's waiting on. It's the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, I'm gonna go first because I don't want to walk on you because you got a lot of reports from big fish.
My good friend Preston Peterson from Team Toyota Honda had some friends down at Fouchon and went to what they call the barges, which are the big jetties out in front of, right out adjacent from Bell Pass, and caught some gorgeous fish. When I say gorgeous, I'm talking about 3s, 4s with a couple of 5-pounders. I'll give you one guess to tell me what they caught them on.
You was telling me it was old school. It either had to be H&H Sparkle Beetle or some kind of H&H.
H&H white Cockahoe minnow, double rig, white Cockahoe minnow. And Preston said, do not be afraid to fish on the bottom.
Was it glow or just straight
No,
white?
just straight white, from what I understand.
Ain't that was great?
Yeah. What you got?
Now let me ask you this: was it before the storm or after the storm?
Oh no, this is Saturday or Sunday. It was well after the storm. Oh, most certainly.
Great deal, because there's a lot of hot water there. You have to be careful too. There are people, and that's to remind everybody: if you're going down in the south, along the coast, all the way from Slidell, even north or even west, to Lake Charles area, be conscious that you're going to find hot water and floating debris. So my Grand Isle Fouchon report is that, you told me about them, but George Spivey, high water charter, still catching fish. They back there fishing in the back in all these little small lakes, and then they're using live bait and plastics, but he sent a picture of catching a bunch of redfish and speck. Tim Osmond, a good old friend.
Sure,
and
from Noah, right.
Yeah, him and Walter Manja and Trent Manja and his daughter Stephanie and Alea, they had a Father's Day trip. They fished a couple of days, loaded the boat on trout and everything, and they went out and caught snapper at the rigs and did a great job. Mike Ford fishing out of Grand Isle, yellowfin tuna, they had 11. This one makes me excited.
Wow.
All on top water pipers.
Wow.
Oh, I love to have been there with a camera, huh? I don't know if I want to fight no tuna
No,
right
I
now,
don't.
bad as I've been feeling, but I'm gonna tell you what, that has got to be some unreal video. I've been supposed to make a tuna trip with my boy Goday, with one of the new Goday boats.
Right.
And lately, I don't know what's wrong. They can't get their good days and bad days together.
Well.
You know, we're either working hard on the
Right.
boats or the weather's too bad, but I'm waiting on you.
You know that the snapper are biting because we're here at Superior Bait and Tackle today, and I see Ed Sexton over there buying circle hooks, so you notice the snapper are biting out of South Pass for sure.
We don't want to talk to Ed Sexton because he'll lie. He'll tell you he's catching fish at Helicopter Bay.
That's
and
right.
Ain't no such thing.
That's right.
So he catching out and fishing with his grandkids or not, and that's a good thing. So I don't want to talk bad
Sure.
about him. And that's a good, perfect time right now. Kids are off of school. Get them out on the water, and that ain't the only saltwater fish. You know, I mean, you made a run, not too good. Just tell them a bad report. How
Not too
you
good
ran.
at all, I tell you. We went out of, me and a group of friends, and I'm not going to mention any names, but we went out of Lake Catherine Marina, Island Marina at Lake Catherine, ran all the way over to Isle of Pete, the very tip of the Biloxi Marsh, looking for trout, looking for decent water, didn't find it, and we basically worked our way back through the Biloxi Marsh, ended up all the way back over by Pete's Lagoon, came out of Bayou Biloxi and fished our way back and didn't keep a trout all day. Caught a couple of redfish. So that's a not so good report, but the weather was decent and it was a lot of good company we had about.
I fished with Miguel and David. You saw here Alfonso and them out of same place, and
Right.
they were scouting for us Monday because I had some people coming in from Tennessee that were anxious to catch some fish, and we've been killing them. In the marsh, you can catch bass, and we was trying to do a little bit of both. So they took me all through the marsh, and the wind was atrocious, but we didn't do that good. So, but let me tell you what, any day now in that marsh, you just never know. Look at all the redfish we were caught in shallow water. I've been getting reports from the lodge. They're catching a lot of people catching bass and redfish in the shallow water. They're catching fish in water. Boy, they come in second. Kevin Harvey sent me some fish. He, by the way, came in second in that
Right.
big redfish tournament. He sent me some video, which I can't use right now, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to remind you. If you want, send me a video one more time so Chris don't fuss at me, that I pass it on to him. If you want me one and a chance for us to use it, turn that camera sideways, whether it's photo or video or whatever it is, and I know it's hard and it'll be good enough quality to use. If not, I can't use it. All they do is make me hungry to get on a boat with you. You can offer me an invitation, I'll come down there with a camera, GoPros and everything else, and I'll shoot some of that video in that clear water. It's awesome video. Thank y'all for sending it, but I can't use it if it's not turned sideways and it's clear and it lasts at least a minute.
Sure.
So when you do it. So I appreciate it. I don't have any other things. I got some reports from Big Lake. People were catching fish. They're looking for the birds.
Sure.
You know, the poles of them are catching speckled trout. So you can call them people down there. So I don't know what's going to bring us over there with the rivers falling out right now, the water dirty. You hearing anything from Sycamore Point?
No, not at all. I sure haven't.
But let me go back to freshwater right now. Chaffalot Spillway is high. These tournaments will be coming up, but the people have been running the Bar Black. They're catching fish in the Bar Black area. They're fishing the same places y'all been fishing for years, off the main canal, the Bluebird, the School Bus Canal, all the other the canals, the Toilet Canal, all the dead ends, Coppersaw, Orange Grove. Those places right now, they catch sac-a-lait and bass. There's a lot of grass, punching the grass, sac-a-lait, they're fishing right out the middle, finding little patches of grass, fishing with. I meant to look it up. Garland got a new bait out. They say it's new, but it's a shad color. It looks like a minnow, and they fishing a thing. David Pizzolato said it's been the hottest thing going right now for him and Leonard. They're fishing under cork. And by the way, if you start fishing the deeper canals with water stuff coming, just like Sam was saying, fishing double rig, if you catch them sac-a-lait on them points in the Chaffalot Spillway, off of the main canals, off of Big Picture and Little Picture where that water's moving and bounce off them banks, circulate in there. They'll be up in them trees, but you can jig. But get out there and throw a double rig and then work it off the bottom, either the little crawfish that look like a crawfish or any kind of little minnow bait. Fish it double rig just like you fish in salt water, you'll be surprised. That's it. I don't have anything else, Sam.
Man, thanks for having me on this week.
Thank you for coming on.
You're
I
welcome.
hope you'll be here more often. Hope we got better report, and I hope Don Dubuque comes back quick.
See you next week.
Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.